This is another aspect of Shopfronts. We thought we'd have a look at some of the particular details. So down Winton Place here, looking at the Sweet Haven and the canopies. And now canopies are really common element in Shopfronts, but you tend to find them more on the north side of the street because the Shopfront's facing south, and they're to stop sunlight basically from deteriorating any of the goods that are on display in the windows. So they are really common. They're also really commonly in bad condition. This is a good example to look at because it's actually quite a modern canopy. It was reinstated not that many years ago, and you can see how it all works. It's all in section here. So it's very basic, really. There are, on the outside, what you're aware of are these two steel arms. Now the back one is actually a slider, so that should be greased, but it should be able to move, slide easily up and down, because there's a collar around this outer arm, which is the arm of the canopy, that slides up here. As it slides up, it's going to open up this timber box, and you can see the section of timber box here because it's not entirely concealed as it might be in some shop fronts. Inside that box there is a large roller, a tube, inside which is the mother of all springs. That spring's there to resist the weight of the canopy collapsing down on itself. So when you pull out, you're pulling out against the spring. So there's a hoop in the middle. It allows you to hook an arm onto it, you pull the canopy out, that slides up, that bit comes out, and the canopy should sit comfortably over the road, nice and tight. The fabric on these traditionally was cotton duck, so it's a really heavyweight cotton material that's waterproofed. It was often coloured, and sometimes it was sign written as well. It doesn't last terribly well. Boxes are really vulnerable. Because they sit out from shop fronts quite often, they can get water into them, and cotton duck will deteriorate. Another story that I've been told is that sometimes if they're pulled out under the opposite, they're really dry on the south side on the north side of the street with the south sunlight coming in, they can combust because the weight pulling it down is so great that it can heat up really quite badly as it's pulled out. So you need to be a little bit careful of them, but they are recoverable. So even if the fabric is damaged or it's holey, it's torn, you can replace the fabric, and more often than not, because these are such heavyweight pieces of kit, they can be refurbished. So don't give up on one. If you've got one on your shop front, they probably can be repaired.